All right, guys, what's up? Again, this is Coach Vic or Victor or whatever it is that we call each other, but I wanted to do this training video as it relates to an instructor enhancement video or an instructor enhancement training video to any future instructors of the UTC for Warhorse Strength Camp or interns that are coming in to be able to facilitate and help out some of the guys that's going to be coming into the Unstoppable Training Camp, which is the UTC. Or for your own purposes as being an instructor in your own training programs and how to get those off the ground to be a more effective instructor. So how this came about for me naturally for Warhorse Strength Camp as well as the UTC came about because I have a fighting background or an MMA background, but I'm also a real estate investor. So when I put together Warhorse Strength Camp as well as the UTC, the thought process came to me from years ago. From wanting to put together a training regimen for guys like me who like fighting, who like wrestling, who liked all the training, who had a military background, who had the business background, but was a little bit more high-strung and more driven. And how can I become effective? So when I had my fallout with the business problems and I had my fallout with the financial problems and I had my fallout with the relationship problems, I went to a training camp. And this training camp really pressured me to be the best person of who I was. But it was less about what they did, but more the impact that it had on me. That's what drew me. So it was this impact of all the people that were there, all the people were learning, and it was a physical background and it was a mental background, and the tie-in really served me greatly. So when I came back here later on forward towards I became a coach, which I didn't see myself as a coach, it was just kind of really in me to want to help guys, to want to strength train, to want to coach people. And because I was doing that, coupled up with the mindset strategies that I had learned from this other training camp, I thought that would be good to implement on my own. And naturally, I battle tested those things. I built my business back up. I built myself back up so far as my confidence in me. My strength and conditioning took to a new level of what I was capable of doing, as well as when I started teaching other fighters, MMA athletes, wrestlers, special forces guys, my ability to be able to coach them and then also grow myself while growing them and install these skill sets in them quickly became pretty evident. So it's less about being a good instructor, like just calling yourself an instructor, calling yourself a coach. It's more about being more effective and enhancing your coaching ability, enhancing your instructor ability to be able to do that, which led me on the path that I'm on today. So what is an instructor? We'll start off with that. What is a leader? What is a coach? Instructor means to instruct or to pull something out of as opposed to install skill sets specifically. So how do we enhance your ability to be an effective communicator as an instructor is what this training is about. So let's start off with that. Being an instructor is more than just teaching someone how to do something or showing somebody how to do something. It's as you come as a student or somebody who's a trainee, they're coming to learn something. They're coming to learn a skill set. So your job as an instructor to be effective is to be able to instill that skill set into that person quickly and effectively. But they're coming to learn how to do something. Your job to be effective is to know why you do something and how you do something and what it is that you teach them needs to be effective, and they need to be able to get it quickly. So you need to be better, right? So to show someone, to build someone up, to build up leadership, or to extract leadership out of the other person is what it means to be an instructor, or a good instructor, at least from that capacity. And I'm reading because I want to make sure that I get this right for you guys because I took notes. So the objective of the UTC as an instructor will be to teach you how to be effective, teach you how to be a good leader, teach you how to be an effective instructor, teach you how to be an effective communicator. And when I started looking at this, one of the things that I needed to do was, one, learn to teach you or to be able to articulate to you guys. First thing you need to be efficient as an instructor is, one, know your subject, know what it is that you're talking about. It doesn't make sense to be able to stand in front of somebody and not know your specific topic, so we're going to go over that. Next is to be able to keep it simple. Keeping things simple means you don't ramble. I tend to do that sometimes. It's not because I don't know my subject, because I really want people to get it. But you'll find an effective instructor keeps things very simple. And I don't, we've all heard the analogy of keep it simple enough to where an 8th grader can get it. That goes that way, but effectively keeping things simple, effectively knowing your topic is two different things as an instructor. The next thing we want to do is we want to project our demeanor, our personality, our persona, not egotistically beating your chest saying do it this way because I said it's right, but to project yourself in the sense that you are an authoritative figure, meaning that you're not timid, you're not scared, you're not having somebody talking or not paying attention. You have a commanding presence to be able to command the room, okay? So those three things are going to be very important to be efficient as a teacher or as an instructor in this specific training. One, know your subject. Two, keeping things extremely simple. Lastly, to be able to project who you are from your demeanor, not an egotistical component, but to be confident in your own skin about what it is that you are doing and what it is that you are projecting and teaching and pulling out of the trainees and or the people who are coming or our clients and coaching clients, all right? Learning the UTC curriculum is going to be on a different training regimen, but a lot of it is right now at this point, the UTC is a 2-day event. It was a 3-day event. Then it was a 4-day event when we added some other things to this. But right now we've distilled the UTC down to its base level curriculum, which is mindset of a winner, mindset of people who consistently overcome challenges and push themselves over to the threshold to get the results that they want. And it's an instilling of that skill set to be able to look at it from state access, state management. That's our curriculum. And the way that we go about doing that is through highly experiential processes that I've cultivated and crafted over the years, the way that I've learned them, and I fit them into what it is that we know how to do here at Warhorse Strength Camp using our strength trainings with stones, kegs, the high workloads, the high intensity trainings, based on the skills and the trainings that we've set up for our athletes and the Special Forces military, all right? And I'll basically get you guys all lined up with those things as we begin on into this curriculum for where we're at, all right? How I found that this worked well, and what I used this off of is I took a look at a lot of instructors and a lot of things where they were effective, and I put it into my own specific process, my own specific science of getting things done here at Warhorse Strength Camp, as well as the UTC and our curriculum. And what I found that worked best was the psychology of these things. So yes, some of the skill sets that we use to install the skills to our trainees and clients and people who attend is based on the NLP or the NBL, which is a neural-based learning mechanism or neural-based programming. All right, so NLP was created years and years and years ago, and basically it's the study of the mind. All right, it's the study of how to install a skill set to people quickly and using how your brain receives pattern information, and we begin to either reprogram your system or bypass the system and install a new skill set or get them to take actions in a place where they may have been uncomfortable of how their normal mental capacity allows them to be able to function now, all right?